Welcome everyone, ladies and gentlemen, ladies with gentle hands, old people with pension plans. I'm going to put you guys on right now to arbitrage betting. Now listen here, you probably came from my story. Now look, I've been getting a lot of DMs lately. I used to try go through everyone, but it's just becoming too much. It's like a 18-hour job every single day to go through and manually help everyone. So I want to cut aside the people who are actually serious and focus on the people who actually want to take this like fully seriously. You get what I'm saying? So by the end of this video, watch the entire thing, and I'm gonna hide a keyword in here that you guys need to DM me, and it just shows me that you guys are the people who are actually gonna take this seriously, so I can prioritize my time and help you guys, and I'll manually go out and reach out to you, DM you, and take you through everything step by step, all right? But this is just gonna give you guys an understanding, let me turn my fan off, on how arbitrage betting works. So first and foremost, if you guys don't know what arbitrage betting is, it's where we take the over and under to guarantee a profit. Because, for example, here we've got Karis LeVert over 2.5 and Karis LeVert under 2.5. Now, one of those outcomes is going to hit, one of them is going to lose. So no matter what, we've covered both outcomes, right? But there's a little bit more to it to make sure we guarantee a profit, okay? So I'm going to get into one right now and give you guys a little example. So let's say you guys are starting out with $1,000. Now, I would suggest $400 to $500 minimum, and I'll sort of get into that a bit later. But as you can see right here, this is the ROI of the bet, right? So this is going to tell you how profitable the bet is. So let's find one that's a bit higher that we can use as an example. Let's use this one, all right? This one's 7%, okay? Pretty decent, okay? Now let's go put $1.90 in. So this is bet one and bet two. This is a calculator that you guys can use for free. You can search it up on Google. This is it here. All right, so what we're simply gonna do is put the first one in, $1.90, because it says it right here. This is the odds on the bet, okay? Now I'm gonna put in this odds here, which is $2.45. So here we go. Okay, and then like I said, for this example, we're using $1,000, okay? So we're gonna put $1,000 in. Now, we've simply done it, right? So it's telling us for this one, we're gonna be doing it on the basketball total points for the over 220.5 total points for the Phoenix Suns versus Kings game, and we're taking the under 220.5 on the Kings game as well, all right? Now here, if you click these links, it tells you what apps you're gonna do it on, okay? So it's gonna be PointsBet, it's gonna take you to PointsBet, and it's gonna take you to this game. If you click this one, it's gonna take you to BetR, and it's gonna take you to that game, okay? But this right here is where people struggle, which is why we use this calculator. This basically tells you how much you need to put on each side, okay? I have a brain, so I can calculate this off the top of my head, okay? If we've got $1,000, we're putting $563.20 on the over, and then if we're taking the under, we're putting $436.80 on the under. But if you guys are a little bit challenged mentally or physically, just jokes aside. But look, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put, let's say if it's $500. Now look, when it's like $1,000, it's easy to calculate, okay? But I actually do agree that if it's like, $500 or like $250, well, don't do $250 because I don't recommend starting with that much, but like $750, it's harder to calculate. So this website makes it easier. Technically, you don't need it, but it just makes it easier if you like want to save some time or whatever, or you can't calculate it off the top of your head. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to move my cam up to this top corner here. We click calculate. Now it's going to tell us exactly how much we need to put down on the over and under. So this is the bet one. That means that's bet one, that's bet two, like that, right? So it's telling us we put $563.22 on the over, and $436.78 on the under, okay? Now notice this, we've only put $1,000 down, okay? We've only put $1,000 down of our own money. But no matter what happens, we're getting $1,070.11 back. One of these has to hit, one of these has to lose. So it doesn't matter what happens. We're guaranteed making $70.11 profit. Now you don't have to take my word for it. This is a literal free website that I have no affiliations to or anything like that. This is just like, you don't have to take my word for it, you take the maths word for it. This is what the maths are saying. This is like, this is not an opinion-based thing, this is maths. So no matter what happens, you made $70.11. Let's try find another one, all right? Now, we have ones that get like this one where it's 11%. Now this is a juicy one, all right? So we can go, we've got $2.90 for bet one, as you can see here. Now bet two is $1.82, okay? We click calculate, boom. For this one, we make $118.22 like that. Now we get 25 to 50 of these per day. All right, so we get heaps. Like this one here, we'll do this one as well, $2.20. And then we've got $2.30, okay? Now we click calculate, boom, $124.44, just like that. Think about it. All you do is you click this button, click that button, go to the game, take the Miles McBride over 2.5, Miles McBride under 2.5, you put in the correct amount that it tells you to put in, and you place the bet, and you've just made money like that. It's not hard, it's simple. It tells you exactly what you need to do. You don't need a brain, you don't need to be smart. It literally tells you exactly what you need to do. So it is extremely simple. Now, this is called arbitrage betting. This is one of the methods that we have in our sports betting chat for people that have a low amount. Like, oh my God, like look at this one, boys. Look at this one. Here we go. We've got $2.55, $2.25. We click calculate. Perfect. $195.31 like that, okay? Now, there's gonna be other things, all right? This is gonna be for the people that wanna make that maybe don't have much time, maybe they're caught up in work or whatever, and they just want to be able to do one of these after work and make some guaranteed profit, because obviously you can't lose money, okay? But this is not where the big bucks are at, because there's sort of a ceiling when it comes to arbitrage betting, and I'd say you get capped, because you can only do $1,000 max per arbitrage bet, because there's something called gubbing, and bookies can gub your accounts, they can restrict your accounts. If you're like, say if you want to put 50 grand on an arbitrage bet, right? Now, while it would be beautiful to be able to put 50 grand on an arbitrage bet considering it's guaranteed, because you would make $9,000 like that. That's incredible, okay? However, the issue is with that is, what bookie's gonna look at this and be like, this is a total normal bet. They're not gonna, they see you put 23 grand, $437.50 on a bet. They know exactly what you're doing. No normal human being is putting a specific amount this large. They know it's arbitrage betting. They're gonna restrict you. They're just gonna stop. They're just gonna stop the bet, and you're gonna get your money back, and then you're gonna have no bookie to use anymore. So your cap, the max we do is $1,000 per arbitrage bet to minimize that. And we also do a few things like rounding the bet down to the nearest dollar. So instead of using cents, we don't do that. So if it tells you to put cents in, just round it down to the nearest dollar as well. And it will cut into the profits, but barely. So as long as both of these, the returns are more than what you're putting down, it's still profitable, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you guys something, what not to do, okay? Now let's say you go to take this bet here, right? And you go $2.60 and $1.85, right? Here we go, $1.85, and you click calculate. Now let's say you've been a bit late, like you're 50 minutes late to the bet, and then when you go to type these into the bookies, let's say one of them is saying $1,000.80, but then you're going to put in the other one and it says less than 1,000. You don't take it because it's not an arbitrage bet anymore. It's gambling, okay? Because odds can drop through liquidity, and it's a factor in arbitrage betting. That's just why we have 25 to 50 of these getting posted a day, because that way you can go fishing and you're gonna catch as many of these as you can, all right? So when it comes to that, this is basically the basics to arbitrage betting. So if you guys have questions or you're interested in any of this, DM me the word chicken, okay? Now, when I see the word chicken, I'm gonna know that you guys are real ones that actually watch this video to the end, and I'm gonna prioritize you on the list to help you guys out, okay? Make sure you DM me the word just chicken, plain chicken, okay? And I will get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, this is arbitrage betting. Now look, there's many other things inside our Discord group, okay? We've got match betting, which is another method of sports betting. It's where we use bonus bets and promotions to our advantage. We do live picks where it's in-game value that we find and we post them out. We also do straight picks, which is just single bets. Like for example, today, what did we do? We made 5.2 units profit, all right? So if you were doing, let's say $50 bets on today, you would have made $260 like that, all right? So this is all part of our group. Our straight picks and our results are incredible as well. If I scroll up to 2024, where is it? Here, we were profitable 12 out of 12 months and 50 out of 52 weeks. Absolutely insane, which was 3,000 units profit. So if we do the maths on that, if you started the year with doing $50 per bet, so like $50 units, that means you have, I'll get into that in a second, all right? Let's calculate this, 58 0.28, $152,000 profit. That is absolutely insane, okay? Now, everything is tracked and everything like that. We have a bet sheet that's pinned to our announcement channel as well, which you get access to inside our Discord group. So that's basically our Discord group, okay? Now, I'm gonna break down one other basic thing that you guys are gonna need, and it's gonna be called unit management, okay? So unit management doesn't apply to arbitrage betting because arbitrage betting is guaranteed. You can't lose money. Now, this is applied for the straight picks, live picks, and match picks, okay? Because with the match picks, live picks, and straight picks, you're risking money, meaning you can actually lose money, okay? So something we do to make sure that we are able to profit long-term is called bankroll management, and it's where we only risk 1% of our bankroll per unit, okay? So let's say we've got $5,000. All right, let's pull the calculator out real quick. Let's say we've got $5,000. 1% of that is gonna be $50, okay? So if we post a bet and say put 1 unit on this, that means you're doing $50, okay? So now your unit size is $50, okay? If you've got a $10,000 bankroll and you're doing 1%, that means you're doing $100 per unit. That means your unit size is $100, okay? Let's do another one. If it's $17,500 and 1% of that, you're doing $175 unit sizes, okay? So if we say do 2 units, that means you're gonna be doing 2 of that. If it's 1 unit, you do 175. If it's half a unit, you're doing half of that, okay? Pretty self-explanatory, all right? And the reason why we follow units is because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. When it comes to the straight picks, live picks, and match picks, there's variance, all right? Now let's have a look at the baseball, okay? Now, while we made 5.2 units, okay, today, this bet lost here, okay? This bet lost here, this bet lost here, this bet lost here, okay? Oh wait, that was the day before, okay? So we lost that one today, but overall we made 5.2 units. Imagine if you didn't follow unit size and you went all in on this bet, all in on this bet, and all in on this bet. You've just lost your entire bankroll and you can't bet anymore. Meanwhile, everyone that was, following the bankroll, they made profit today, whereas you don't. So it's crucial you follow our unit size. We tell you how much to put on each bet. So half a unit, like I said, if your unit size is $50 and you see half a unit, you're putting $25 down, okay? That means a $50 bet, what's a 50 times 1.5? Like 75, yeah. All right, pretty self-explanatory. This is $100 if you're doing a $50 unit size, all right? Pretty self-explanatory stuff, okay? So, yeah, that's exactly how you guys are gonna get into it. Like I said, DM me the word chicken. Now, you don't have to do the straight picks, live picks, match picks. You don't have to do the arbitrage bets. You could do like I would suggest doing everything: the straight picks, live picks, and match picks. If you're someone who wants to take this as like scaling it and being able to make 10K a month plus, get to 20K a month, 30K a month, that sort of stuff. But if you're someone that just wants to have an extra income and like on top of your job, just do some side bets here and there and make guaranteed profit without having to worry about any sort of risk, arbitrage betting is going to be perfect for you, and you're going to be able to make solid money with this, okay? So that's the video. DM me on Instagram the word chicken and I will get to you guys as soon as I can. You guys will be my priority, okay? Perfect.